The main airport in Barcelona has diverted 50 flights due to land there, and that's because of a rainstorm hitting the area. This all comes after the Spanish Weather Service has issued a red alert for the region. That's in anticipation of this kind of torrential rain that they're starting to see. To remind you, 217 people have lost their lives across the Valencia region. Spain's Civil Guard says it's deployed more staff to help as rescuers focused their search on inundated garages to find bodies on Monday. We're seeing live pictures coming to us from Valencia at the moment as the clean-up operation continues. And it's a day after residents of the devastated town of Paiporta, furious at the slow government response, pelted King Felipe, Queen Letizia and the Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez with mud on Sunday. They not only pelted them with mud, they shouted at them and called them murderers. The King later said he understood their anger. Let's bring you up to date with all these developments and take you straight to our Spain correspondent, Guy Hedgeko, who joins us from Madrid. Guy, firstly, what's happening in Barcelona right now?
Well, that extreme weather which had hit the Valencia area has eased off there, but it now seems to be hitting Catalonia, and that's coastal area of Catalonia around Barcelona in particular. That red alert has been issued by the Meteorological Office, and there is torrential rain right now, as you mentioned. This has affected Barcelona Airport with flights being diverted. It's affecting rail travel with several rail lines down at the moment. It's also affecting roads. The authorities there have said that people shouldn't go out and travel in their cars or their vehicles unless it's absolutely necessary. So, for example, in those areas affected, people have been told not to go and pick up their children from school, at least for the moment. So it's a very extreme situation in terms of the amount of water that's falling at the moment.
And in Valencia, the recovery effort continues as well as the cleanup. Any news from Valencia today, Guy?
Well, we don't have any change, fortunately, in terms of the death toll. That remains where it was, but the emergency services are working with members of the military who've been deployed to the area, both to look for what they hope will be survivors, but failing that, the bodies of people who have been missing in recent days. And they're also helping with the cleanup, this enormous cleanup operation across Valencia. We're told by the government that there are now 7,500 members of the military deployed to the area. A naval warship arrived at Valencia port earlier today with around 100 members of the military there. So that operation of cleaning up and looking for missing people continues across Valencia.
Guy, thank you so much. We'll be back with you throughout the day for further updates, particularly from Barcelona. But let's speak now to Rafael Roldan, who has been staying with a colleague after his hometown, Catarroja, was damaged by the floods in Valencia. Good to have you with us, Rafael. How does it look outside today?
Hi, thank you. My town, Catarroja, is covered in mud and silt. I went there on Saturday because right now I'm living with my workmate in Paterna, a village northwest of Valencia, which has been untouched by the floods. Because there I don't have water supply, I don't have food and electricity. So now I'm living here. And on Saturday I went there and my street was still covered in mud and silt, and there was in my street there was no one. I mean, no rescue workers, no firemen, no policemen, no civil guard. The situation, I am aware that rescue workers are doing their best to rebuild and to recover and to clean up the situation, but so far things are going quite very slowly.
Yeah, Rafael, what are people saying about those who might still be missing?
Well, here many people we think that we should already have a report of the missing people, but because we don't know how many missing people there are. There is not an official report about that. in social media, we have read that maybe around 2,000 people are missing, but we don't know it for sure. We need authorities to tell us exactly how many people are still missing.
We saw the frustration and desperation of people yesterday, particularly when the King and Queen were visiting as well. Are you one of those, Rafael, that feels angry with the authorities and the response?
I feel upset because I feel that authorities are not doing their best. They are telling us that they are doing their best, but we feel that this is not the case because, I mean, on the following day of the floods, there was no one in the streets. We had no water supply, no electricity, no food. There was looting. All the supermarkets were looted. And we felt abandoned, completely abandoned. So we feel upset. There is a sort of political game. It looks like they try to blame each other or something, or they try to hide that they are trying to blame each other. But we still don't know what's going on. I feel more upset than angry, to be honest.
Rafael, do stay well, and I hope that some more help starts to arrive shortly. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Rafael Roldan. In terms of Barcelona, we'll continue to keep you up to date with developments from there as that red alert has been issued in Barcelona as the torrential rain heads north.